Hi guys, Jen here. How's it going? So I thought today I would kind of do double duty on my videos. One, I will show you how I make this very simple on-the-go kind of a meal for a busy week that's coming up. And then also talk to you about how I kind of plan out my week, like how I get stuff done. I guess how I don't know, prioritize, is that what I want to say? I don't know. Productivity, how I get a lot done, that's what it is. Talk to you about productivity. So, see what happens when you multitask, you can't do anything well. Anyway, before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button so that you get to watch my videos. Hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm working on doing 4 to 5. It's looking more like 4. I didn't realize how much work it was going to be, but 4 I've been hitting like every week. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, share it, like it, all those things. And now we'll get into it. So I am making, this is Sunday, okay? And because I don't have to do Sunday dinner this week, my sister's doing it, I can spend the time after church, before dinner, preparing for the week. I kind of do that anyway. It's just I get a little bit more time now because I'm not making dinner for tonight, so that's great. Anyway, so this week starts up gymnastics, and I am an assistant coach for the gymnastics around here. My daughter takes the class, my son takes the class, so, you know, it's just kind of fun. But that also means that we will be out, I thought, 2 days this week, but because of COVID and the way things are, they don't need as much help, so I'm just doing one night a week. But that one night, I need something that travels well for my daughter, that is not a problem for my husband to heat up because that's his night with our son. It's just the two of them here. And then my other daughter, it's going to travel with her too because she'll go with me and she'll go work out while Katie and I do gymnastics. So I need a meal that's going to travel well. You got to think ahead. Otherwise, you're running through the drive-thru and nobody wants that. It's expensive and not good for you. This is not the most nutritious meal. Still, I would say better than the drive-thru. At least I know what's in it, right? At least I know the oil I'm cooking with and the ingredients I'm using. So, I am making one of my son's favorites, and I know the girls like it too, but it's really Sean's all-time favorite, and that's what I try. Here's another tip. If your husband is not used to being with the kids, then make it easy on him and leave something that you know this child will eat and that dinner time will not be a battle, so that it can just be easy and fun. And also make something that's super easy to heat up and clean up, because if your husband is not used to staying home, you know, you don't want to come home to a mess and then have a fight. Like, again, thinking ahead. So, pizza quesadillas it is. This will probably be a typical Wednesday night meal for a while. And that's okay, because even my husband really does like it. He got a little sick of them last year, but we haven't had them in a while, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. So, all I do is I take a tortilla, any kind you want, regular old soft tortilla. I sprinkle a little bit of cheese in there, and then some pepperoni. Now, you can do sauce. My kids would prefer I did sauce. I'm not doing it this time because it's an extra step, it's messy, it makes it a little harder, and I want to just blow through these quickly. I want to make a whole bunch because these freeze so well. So I am going to make as many as I can right now, freeze them, and then maybe I'll have a couple weeks worth of dinners just in there, and I can pull them out as needed, nuke them up, dinner's done, right? So this is kind of what I also wanted to talk about. There's no more I can say about these quesadillas. This is how you do it. You put the cheese on it, you flip this thing over. I'm cooking it in coconut oil because that's a high heat oil. And then I just let it sit for a while, flip it over, golden brown, beautiful. I cut them in half, done, okay? I'll show you the end result. But that's why I didn't want to spend a huge amount of time, because this is like the simplest thing ever to make. And if it's never occurred to you to make these, you're welcome, because I haven't met a kid that doesn't really like this, and you can put whatever you want in there. Like sometimes we'll do vegetarian ones. There's this Bird's Eye, I think, makes this Southwest protein blend. It's like beans and corn and I don't even know, peppers, and it has like this really good seasoning in it. It's one of those steamable bags. You stick it in the microwave. Sometimes I will do that and add it to this, or do it instead of pepperoni. So good. What's another one? You can do chicken, ground beef. You know, the possibilities are endless. Peppers, onions, mushrooms, cheesesteak quesadillas, like whatever you can think of, you can stick inside of a tortilla and fry it. It really is. I make breakfast ones sometimes. The kids love egg, bacon, and cheese, or egg, sausage, and cheese breakfast quesadillas. And I mean, if you have to take breakfast on the go sometimes to school, hey, they've got a hot breakfast that they can just grab and go, you know? And then you can dip it in salsa and ketchup. I put sometimes just some diced tomatoes with it. Like, again, possibilities are endless. So, enough about the quesadillas. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we were talking about, if any of you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, then you know that I do Beachbody programs. That's how I stay in shape. I am a certified trainer and certified in nutrition, but I love the Beachbody programs. Like, I personally, why would I write out programs for myself and take all that time when I think those are amazing? They work. They're easy, simple. Why make more work for myself? So I do those, okay? And we were talking about, like, how do you stick to a plan, you know, when you're making food for your family? Because obviously, if I'm doing this exercise and nutrition plan, I'm not eating pizza quesadillas, right? And I'm not eating like the taco casserole that I make, and I'm not eating, I don't know, the fried fish taco things that I make. Like, I'm not eating those things. So what do I do? And isn't it annoying to make your own separate meal every day? Well, yes, it would be. And especially 3 times a day, and especially with homeschool at lunchtime. You know, I don't want to be doing all that extra work in order to stick to a meal plan. But I like the meal plan, and it works for me, and I feel so good and so full of energy when I'm doing it properly. So, like I was telling her, I do like what I'm doing now. I plan ahead. So, yesterday, was it yesterday? No. It was the day before. I spent the whole afternoon. It was a good, I'm not going to lie, it was a good hour and a half, 2 hours. But I prepped up 5 days of food for myself and wrote it out. So what I do is I will choose what my dinners are going to be. Now, I will eat the same things for a lot of days. So actually, I'm lying. I'm going to backtrack. I don't pick out the dinners I'm going to have. I pick out the proteins that I'm going to be using that week for my family. Because I also prep whatever I can for their meals at the same time. So, for example, if I already have, I just got oil all over myself and that hurt. So I already have all of my meals for my family planned out for the month. I do that in order to go grocery shopping. So each week I see, okay, what's coming up for the next week that I'm going to have to thaw the food or prep anything to make my life easier. So I'll pull out the proteins that I'm going to be using, and for this week it looks like I had some ground turkey and some chicken. So I pulled out enough for their dinners and a little extra. So the little bit of extra, I'm cooking everything up, everything, just like so that it's cooked, not doing anything to it, just making it plain. I'm setting aside what I'm going to use for them. Then whatever is left, that's what I have to work with. Then what I'll do is I will cook up whatever vegetables I have. So like this week I'm out of the fresh veggies. I'll go again. I'm trying to get 2 weeks out of my grocery shopping with the fresh stuff and a month with everything else. So I'm out of the fresh stuff. That's fine. I've got a bunch of frozen. So I just poured some vegetables onto a pan, frozen vegetables. on some cookie sheets, threw them in the oven, cooked them up. Then I created meals from the proteins that I had left. And I used this Fix8 cookbook. Let me show you. I don't always use the Fix8 cookbook, but I did this time. And I'm so glad I did because I needed to change it up. So I used this Fix8 cookbook and I looked up chicken and ground turkey. And then I chose some recipes, and these recipes are so simple and the ingredients are so few because it's staying within the plan. So it can't be a lot of ingredients or it would just make it so complicated to stay within these little containers. But the recipes are healthy, good, and they fulfill the plan. So I cook up a couple of those recipes and then I divide it using my little containers. Let me show you. And this is in no way me trying to sell you Beachbody. I mean, I can if you want me to, but like, this is literally what I do. So my friend was asking me, and so I figure maybe some of you guys want to know too. So I've got these containers. There's a green one too. There's a yellow one. I'm just showing you kind of what they look like. So this is the protein. So I'll make it up, and then I'll take my meal prep containers and I'll divide it all up. Okay, so here's an example of what I will do. I don't know. Can you see? All right, so I've written down all of the colors that I can have, and then I've written down the things that I can't prep. So like breakfast is going to be oats, fruit, and milk, which is one yellow, one purple, and 1 teaspoon. And then I also get a protein, so I was going to have an egg, and I wanted to write that down. And then I've got my snacks, my 2 snacks here, and then I check them all off. And then I write the day on this little orange sticker and anything that I might have to add to it. I had to add wasa toast to this to get another carb. So then I know what I'm eating. So I'll show you. I've just got my cauli rice, and this has some pineapple and some grilled chicken. This was the recipe from the Fix8 cookbook. It's like this, I don't know, Asian style, delicious kind of thing. And then I've got some carrot sticks because I need a little more greens in there. So that's my meal, and it's all done. And I've got a ton of these in there. My breakfasts, whatever ones I can prep, are in there. They all have the day of the week written on them. So then all of it is done for me. I don't have to think for another 5 days. 5 whole days, I don't have to think about one thing I'm putting in my mouth. It is already planned out, and it's all things I like. Now, yes, it took me some time. It took me some time, but on one day. And for the rest of the 5 days after that day, which is basically my whole school week with the kids, I don't have to think about what I'm eating. I just have to go in my refrigerator and say, what day is today? Oh yeah, it's Sunday. What do I have to eat? Okay, I've got this, and I pull it out and I heat it up and I read what I need to add to it. So simple, and it keeps me on track. And then another 5 days from now, I'll do the same thing because I'm gonna have to prepare or plan for everyone else anyway. So why not just knock it out at the same time? You have to plan. If you want to succeed at anything like that, like a diet plan where you're following a meal plan, and I really like following a meal plan because I don't know about you guys, but when you get busy, especially if you're at work or at home, and this works if you're a working mom too, if you have a day where you can set aside just a couple of hours to really plan, how nice would it be when you're on your way to work and you're sending your kids off to school or wherever they're going, that you have food in there that's labeled, that's basically like, here you go, take this with you to work, okay? You just have to stick it in a bag or whatever you do and you're done. I mean, isn't that gonna make your life so much easier and save you money? Because how often, if you work, do you not have time to pack your lunch or not have anything planned or prepared? So you just figure, I'll just pick something up. So you'll buy lunch out, which can be expensive, or worse, you'll eat snacks all day feel like garbage, be tired, and then come home and feel totally defeated and not know what to eat for dinner because you've kind of made yourself sick on snacks and junk food all day. And you feel guilty about eating because you ate so much crap that you feel like, oh, I should just skip my meal. We've all done that. Don't do that. So, I mean, even if you're not looking to lose weight or anything, I feel like meal prepping for yourself is not selfish. It's actually really smart because that frees up the rest of your time to take care of whoever you need to take care of or whatever you need to take care of. So, here we go with these quesadillas. So, like, yeah, Wednesday night, I made sure I have something that can go in the car with me too, but that's on plan for me and that works for me and that I want to eat. And that's all you have to do. You just have to prepare and plan and do a little bit of work in order to make the rest of the days a lot easier and in order to have success at a plan like that. The other thing is, and I've talked about it before, just getting a routine going. Hang on, I need more tortillas. So yeah, having a routine, like my morning routine is very solid and that helps me throughout the rest of the day. And when I'm doing my morning routine, like when I am all done with my workout and my devotions and my, having my energize and doing the workout, all those things, all of my morning routine, when that's all done, then I sit down and in my planner, I write out a checklist of things that I want to accomplish that day. I try to make it reasonable, but I also try to make it pretty big because if I don't finish it all, it's okay. Then at least it's stuff I know, all right, this was important enough for me to write down, so I'm going to carry that over to tomorrow and I'm going to hit those things first. But having that plan helps me to not waste time. It helps me to not get sucked into scrolling on my phone because that can happen so easily. And it also allows me to have free time when I want to have free time. So like yesterday, because I had prepped all the meals and I knew what my plan was for today and everything was pretty much ready for the week, yesterday I could just enjoy myself and have fun. We did our chores in the morning. I did do my morning routine. I got my workout in. But from 10:30 until after dinner, the kids and I just went out and had a great time. And we came home and my house was clean and I was ready for the day, for the next day. And it was just, it's actually creating time to relax. That's what I like to think of all this planning and prepping and everything. It's not me trying to stay busy. This is me planning to rest, if that makes sense. So, you know how they say that you should work to live and not live to work? Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I do some things to make money. I do some training. I do the gymnastics. I do some things, but they're all part-time things. My main job is a stay-at-home mom. So I don't want to be living to work. This is my work. I want to work to live. I want to have all these things ready so that my family has it to enjoy and so that my house is running efficiently, but I want my rest time too. And I want to be able to enjoy my family and enjoy the labor that I do all week. So I know you hear it's about balance a lot of the times, but it really is. It's really about planning out your time well so that you can enjoy life is basically what it is. So I hope this helped you guys a little bit. I hope it gave you some inspiration or ideas for how you can streamline your day or maybe plan or prepare a little better in order to reach goals that you have or just to prepare to rest. I will check in with you guys soon. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye.